Who do we got? We call it Captain Lance. Yo, Captain Lance, you want to jump on a call about this Fextralife stuff? You see that? Not purple. Not purple. Where's Cap? Yo, wait. Captain Lance is like a dad though. He's like, it's like 3 a.m. for him or something, right? Do you want to get on a call, bro? I want to call some more people. This is fun, man. Like, it's been a long time since I've talked to my fellow countrymen.
I was wondering what a unique or a diff card will be from Feldos.
Fubgun's gonna cry on stream? Oh, shit. Yo, Fubgun, you ain't gonna cry again on stream, are you? Listen, there's this thing where, like, when I see a guy crying, I go like this. I go, you used to have to kill people in the war times. Men used to have to kill each other in war times. And so it's like, why are you getting emotional? You guys know the clip I'm thinking about? That's my take. I saw a girl say that, and I was like, that's so true. That's base, bro. Captain Lance, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'd love to talk to you, man. Or who else is in here? Should we get DS Lily in here and then ask her what her sexual orientation is, right? As like the second thing I say? That'd be crazy, bro. Who would ever do that? That'd be nutty. My line of questioning is elite. I'm like a detective. I'm like an autistic detective. I'm not unhinged. I'm not unhinged, dude. I could start a podcast where I just interview people. I could literally start a podcast. Like if I had some more, what I need more structure to most of my arguments. Okay, like most of my conversations do require more structure. If I were to do a true interview session or a true podcast thing, okay, I do need more structure. I'm not unhinged. What you guys don't realize is that I'm giving takes usually as some kind of relative take or there's some context to the take that makes it an okay take. Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, dude?
I'm a bit tired. It's like 12 o'clock for me.
Yeah. I won't keep you too long, man. But I've been talking to some people. All right. You know, it's actually part of my 6-part plan where I'm trying to gain stronger ties with as many allies.
Get back in the good graces.
Yeah.
Get them to call you back.
Because you know, it's the best form of marketing. You know what it is?
What is it?
It's word of mouth.
I thought you were going to say glazing.
That's technically word of mouth. So my plan is like, if I can create stronger relations with all the different content creators, then by word of mouth, I will be non-brand risk adjacent. What do you think about that?
You think like we'll you know, the word of mouth will spread. Somebody that knows somebody inside GG's like, you know, Cute Dogs, he's a good guy. You should let him back in. You should send him a box.
Not that. That's a little bit too specific. But what I'm just thinking is like, you get enough allies, and the rising tide raises all ships. Is kind of what I'm feeling here. What do you think about that? Like they let me in the port, and then the rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah, that might work. That could be a winning strategy right there.
Yeah. How is everything good with you? Is all the family's good? Kids are good.
Oh yeah. We just had basically all the birthdays for the 3 kids, and
you have 3 kids.
They're doing great. What?
You have 3 kids?
Yeah.
That is wow. Congrats, man. I didn't know that. I thought you had like
but
1.
Soon they'll all be potty trained and stuff will be easier. I think.
Oh, just back to back, man. You got that resolute technique. Never mind. Like you hey, very big grats. Big grats, dude. Big grats. Okay, so what do you think about this Fextralife thing? That's like why I started my stream early today. But we haven't talked about that much with most people.
I gotta be honest, this feels like the situation where it's just like we're all freaking bored out of our minds. So it's like I don't know. does it matter that much? I mean, Fextralife is kind of like
I don't think it does.
Well, I know a crummy like they have a pretty crummy reputation is what I've heard. I don't really know too much about them.
Is the only thing that they have a crummy reputation for is the embedding stuff, right? Otherwise, like their coverage of, I feel that this is just general vibe. I feel their coverage of news of gaming is pretty reporting down the middle. I feel like they don't do too much like crazy shit other than the embedding stuff, right?
I mean,
like I don't know. Maybe someone in chat can fill me in, but I feel like they're just like another news aggregator site. It's not like you're super biased because of the embedding, because it affects like your business on Twitch and stuff, and people on Twitch hate that shit. But like otherwise, they're not like some like evil entity, right? There's like so many different people that work there. They can't all be like bad actors, you know?
And they're just paying the bills.
Yeah, I mean, it's
paying the rent.
One of those things. So like basically, like when I saw the tweets early, I was like people are like shitting on them so hard. Like look at this DS Lily tweet. Fextralife is a blight on the gaming community. But like I don't know. I just like when I look at stuff, I go, okay, they cover a lot of games, right? And they have a wiki. I don't know the quality of the wiki. I know I've used it for like Baldur's Gate maybe and like some other stuff. But like I don't see the hate beyond the Twitch thing.
Dude, I have no idea. I really don't know much about Fextralife. I do remember, I don't know, it was like a year ago, I want to say, they would regularly pop up when, like, whenever like a new game would launch, a bunch of streamers would all just do the new game. And they'd be one of the top streams. They'd be like 20-something K or whatever. Yeah. And I think that was the embed thing, right? But aside from that, I literally don't know anything about them. But I know a lot of people hate them. That's what I've heard today.
Yeah, well, like I said, I thought it was just because of the embedding thing. The embedding thing was such a huge... And like, dude, Quinn hates them for the embedding thing. Like, that, Quinn absolutely despises Fextralife. You know? But like, so you don't care if there's like these kinds of like early review leaks and stuff. Do you care about spoilers like this in the game?
I feel like it would matter if they were actually like competent. Like if I felt like they could actually figure out and solve the game, then I would maybe care more because it'd be like, okay, that's an unfair advantage. But I feel like even if they have this extra time, from what I can tell, they're not PoE players. They're not really going to solve anything.
Remember that thing back in the day where like you had this build and then people were like, they thought that I copied your build. Remember that?
I have no idea.
I think you remember.
I don't think it really
does
it matter.
Yeah, I just brought that out of nowhere. Been living rent free the last 2 years.
Like, what was I saying? You copied my build, dude. I was copying.
I don't know, were you?
Were you? I was copying you, copying Viz with the freaking the grab strat.
What are you talking about? Hold on a second.
Dude, that strat sucks, by the way. I got nothing.
I was copying someone
multiple days of farming
for betrayal.
I saw you got like a House of Mirrors drop, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it eventually. And I kept doing the strat, and I kept getting nothing. It was rigged.
What are you saying, my friend?
Dude, you baited me so hard, man.
Listen, you're lucky that I know you're joking. You're lucky I have good emotional IQ, and I can tell you're trying to debate. Okay.
I don't know. I had no comment.
Listen. What I was specifically talking about. Oh shit! Wait, what the hell? What are these? Oh, these are getting started. I thought that these were like PoE2 guys. These are like getting started. Okay. So what I was talking about was there's this trickster.
Chaos not trickster. See that's got to be like 5 years old.
Sorry, I'm not.
How is that on their front page?
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about between. I'm still talking about me and you. Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Let's slow down. We'll get to this. All right. So there was this trickster build with Blade Trap, I think. And it was for the, what are they called? The maps that
the Affliction League with Valdos.
It was the new Valdos. The new Valdos came
you ramped instability to 240 stacks, and you're like, why did I die? I know what you're talking
Let's
about.
not talk about that though. Let's talk about how I don't care about that. No. You're trying to deflect into these different topics. I'm still talking about the core issue. And that is the whole time I was making this, I made that build twice, by the way. And the entire time for a couple weeks I was playing this stuff, everyone said,
I think both times you made a better version than I had. Like, your gear was just better.
Hey, let me do the punchline, okay? Like, I'm getting it. God damn it, dude. I'm getting into it. Now people are gonna think that we did this conversation. Okay. So the entire 2 weeks I was playing it, constantly I'm being accused of like, hey, is this just the Captain Lance build? Is this the Captain Lance Immortal build? Is this that? And I have to say, no, it's not. Okay, because just because we use the same skills, we use the same defensive layers. Because you know what I had in mind. That was my saving throw. I was using Arctic armor, and
Arctic armor's good.
And everyone was saying that I copied you, and I was like, dude, why doesn't Captain Lance have Arctic armor? I think it was a reservation issue or something. But like, it was an early. Okay, so I was like, if Captain
Lance, really freaking
it's good, so good, right? Because like you're always standing still, and like it's just less. It's just less multiple. Anyways, okay. So I put that in, and I was like, this is not Captain Lance's build, because if he's so good at build making, how does he not get this free defensive against Fizz and Fire? Right? I just couldn't understand that. I was like, this guy, he's getting old. He's getting old, you know.
I don't know how I didn't see that.
Had to hand check you a little bit there, okay. But like. Anyways, that happened, and that still lives rent free in my head. So I'm like, hey, nowadays people still think there's like this guy that like TTS's once a week, asking me when I'm going to copy your build next or something. It's just like, this is a pirate TTS guy. Okay, just comes in here, and then just like it's just like I'll be playing like I won't even be playing PoE, and he's like say some shit. But anyways, so that's been living reference. So I wanted to clear the air.
Wait, they're giving you that TTS when you're playing like another game?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I'll be playing Magic Craft or like Terraria or something. Okay, so basically I want to clear the air because I would like us to be strong allies going forward. What do you think about that? You think we can be strong allies?
You talk.
Yeah, I'll sign the paperwork.
All right, cool. Just saying. All right. Now that we clear that we squashed the beef. All right, like because I see how you I see how you take care of your enemies, right? Like with that Rutu thing.
Take care of my enemies.
I see how you handle your enemies. Okay, so I didn't want to be on the receiving end.
Dude, that take care of my enemy. Dude, all I did was I just helped Rutu's numbers, man. I just pumped them up.
Listen, I was trying to be nice. You got obliterated by Rutu, by the way. Okay, you got completely annihilated in the court of public opinion. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So okay, let's actually talk about what you're starting though. What are you starting, bro? Tell me.
I'm probably just gonna start Sorg.
What kind?
What kind?
Yeah.
Stormweaver.
You gonna be critting it up?
No, I think as far as I can tell, crit's just like it's not like PoE1. Like you can't get crit chance.
Really?
Have you seen any like? I've seen like a grand total of like 2 notables on the tree that have % increased crit chance, and it's like barely anything. Like I saw 15% increased crit chance and one of the starting notables near Witch, and like crit chance node that was related to like an axe node. Like it's doesn't exist.
Do you know if there's a crit chance gem, support gem from the Havoc reveals and stuff?
I saw a crit damage gem. I don't think I saw a crit chance one. Are you
Maybe
talking about the inevitable crit? The one that's like, if you don't use this skill for 8 seconds, it has 100% increased crit chance?
I was thinking more of like a flat, like a PoE1 increased crit, where it's just like a flat 2% or something.
I don't think I've seen one.
Because like when you look at like the scepter, like we've seen some scepters or wands where it's like there's the same similar tiers too of like 100 something crit chance, and then like there's like a 17 multi. Maybe because like that cast on crit gem where it's like you just need to crit 10 times from any source, and then it just unleashes it just gives you a free cast. That seems pretty good.
Dude, so like, I don't know. Giving the crit chance is gonna be rough. Like they're giving us more base crit with like the crit weakness, and most of the skills have higher base crit, and like the weapons have higher base crit, but the crit chance the increased crit chances just doesn't exist.
So then if you're not gonna go crit, you're just gonna pick stuff as you go. You're gonna wing it.
Probably gonna start out initially control destruction unless there's like crit chance that just is on the tree, but we haven't seen it yet.
What kind of defense? You're kind of known for your defensive mechanics. You always put in some juicy defensive mechanics.
If Enfeeble goes in the game, Enfeeble and Temp Chains, like the curse numbers on those is just stupidly strong. You saw the aura effect node in Templar. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The 20% one?
Yeah, you know how all the aura nodes in PoE1 say non-curse aura?
Yeah.
It doesn't specify non-curse aura. So that literally is 20 effect for like blasphemy auras, I think.
I might have to steal that one. I might have to steal it from Captain Lance, guys, because I'm being a mini Nandy, and half the time I'm not gonna pay attention. So I just want that consistent juice most of the time.
The blasphemy auras for 30 reservation space, I think is just like it's so much better than all the other spirit reservations if it goes in that way.
Wait, blasphemy's 30 spirit?
Yeah, it's literally only 30.
Holy.
So you can do Enfeeble Temp Chains with like 1 point into what's it called? Whispers of Doom, and it's 60 reservation, and you get a little bit of aura effect, a little bit of curse effect. You can do the more curse gem, like the more curse effect gem is probably worth the extra 25% reservation. But it's like
more spirit.
That's gonna be some of the freest defense you can get.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely have more spirit on the tree and like through gear probably. So you fit some stuff in. I see. I felt like you'd be the kind of guy to kind of like sweat every part of your start, but it seems like you're gonna be pretty chill. You're just a chill guy.
Yeah, something like it. No, dude, I'm trying to get every little bit of information, dude. Ever since the reveal, I like have no interest in doing anything else. I had like this ES project I was doing with Guardian I was excited about. After the reveal, killed all my interest to do it.
That's one thing I noticed about you and Snoobay. Do you care if I compare you to Snoobay or no? Do you like?
Oh,
no.
Please don't compare me to
Okay,
Snoobay.
no, okay. So I want to. Okay. Basically, what I noticed about you is if like when I go to Twitch, right? Like I have this bookmark right here. I'll click on PoE Twitch. So I always usually default to PoE Twitch. What I notice in almost every league is that I will see a couple people that play way longer than everyone else, even like Mathors is, okay? And you're one of them. And I think to myself, I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, is it just a genuine love of the game? Like, what I want to ask is, how do you just keep playing for, like, let's say in the 3rd month where everything's solved in terms of the league mechanic, which is a new thing, and you're just going at it? What's like kind of what's going through your head?
I mean, the main thing is just it's having some sort of project that like I'm excited about. Like, if you have a goal, then you have something to do. If you don't have a goal, then it's torture. So a lot of times I'll like, if I get burnt out or start getting burnt out on the league, I'm like, okay, let me try hardcore SSF. Let me try like seeing if I can do a run like that.
Oh, so
but ultimately,
like,
outside of that, I gotta be honest, I'm not too interested in playing other games. Like right now,
it's a cute V2.
the only other games I would like even consider playing that I'm like excited about playing would be something like Age of Empires 2. And there'd be no point streaming that because no one would watch me streaming Age of Empires 2.
Yeah, I mean that's more from a monetary, like that's from a business perspective. I'm asking like in your head, like for me, if I get bored of a league, I don't instantly think, hey, let me do another project in this game. I just go to another game, right? Like for you, so you're saying like you get bored of like let's say the league, the trade league or whatever, you instantly think I can do something else in PoE.
Yeah, well,
you get excited about
like, it'd be either just accepting the fact that I'm burnt out on the league and I don't know what to do, or it'd be like, okay, let me think, is there a project that I can maybe be excited about? And I'd like go through a couple, be like, okay, would a hardcore SSF run be fun right now? Or, like whatever it is. Like this league, it was Gauntlet for me. Well, I was really excited to do Gauntlet again,
Yeah.
I'm not a hardcore player, but the time I did Gauntlet last league and like, or not last time, but like the Affliction League, it was like, that was fun to like see just how far I could get.
How far did you get?
Last league I got right, or in Affliction I got up to the point where I'd actually get to like try some of the bosses, and then I got kind of impatient for farming blights. I did an Uber blight and I got one shot by like one of the bosses. I have no idea what the boss mechanics are for blight. Like I never do that mechanic.
Same, dude.
Apparently they do some pretty heavy damage that I did not.
Yeah, you gotta talk to DM. You gotta talk to Darth Micro.
I gotta hit him up.
God, bro.
Tips and tricks.
I
was letting chat tell me what towers to build. They totally misled me.
When I watch him play Blight, and I have watched him play a lot of Blight, he has like RuneScape in the background. He's like, I feel like he's not even playing the game. He's got some RuneScape. Yeah, dude.
He's min-maxing.
Okay, let's talk about business, dude. What kind of niche are you gonna carve out in PoE 2? Is it business as usual, or do you gotta have concept of a plan?
I have concept plan. I mean, I'm probably just gonna keep making builds. Just like see if I can find interesting things to do.
Like I'll give you an example. Like everyone knows that this is gonna be a huge game, right? Everyone knows that like for the first few months, this is gonna be like the biggest game of this year, right? There's gonna be a lot of new people in the community. There's a lot of new people on Twitch, a lot of new people on YouTube.
Biggest game of the year?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, well, when you talk about pure numbers,
how do you know like we're not just like in a what's the word? I don't know if echo chamber or vacuum.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it's big because we're PoE players and it's way more publicity than PoE normally gets, type of thing.
Bubble. I guess I just have to take Jonathan's statements about like, the sales of support packs. I'd have to take like just what I see on Twitter. I have to see the like all the algorithms giving me PoE2 news, even if I'm not necessarily like searching for like the more fringe stuff. I also think that like in terms of numbers, like if you look at Black Myth Wukong and stuff like that, these are like single player games. And like you're probably not gonna beat like pure numbers on launch, but in terms of like staying power and stuff, it just seems like it's got like a vibe around it, PoE2 seems to have like a more mainstream vibe. Like to the point where like everyone, like for example, like not everyone was playing like Black Myth Wukong when it came out, right? But I feel like when PoE2 comes out, I feel like everyone on Twitch will at least be playing it.
And there's a good chance that if people get hooked enough, they're gonna probably tell their friends. Like you play PoE for, if you get it like 10 hours in, you're literally addicted. Type of
Elon Musk might play the game. You see his tweets on Woody Joe's.
That's crazy to me.
That is the dude. I mean, Whew. I mean, I don't know if he had any effect on like Diablo 4 stuff, but it's just like cool to think about. Right?
Probably did.
The
He's,
richest
like,
guy in the history of humanity is going to be like no lifing your
planet right now.
Sheesh. Holy. So like
that's some crazy publicity.
So you said you're gonna on PoE2 launch, like you like in terms of like a community and like and a business perspective, you're just gonna keep doing build guides and business as usual.
Yeah, probably. That's I like. There's I got to stick to what I'm good at. I'm not gonna be good at what's examples, like people will make videos on like, let's say, currency strategies
or like news, just general news, like
general news stuff like that. I am not good at. I'm not gonna try to pretend I'm that guy. I'm gonna stick what I know, which is I'm just gonna make a build.
What do you think your strength is? What do you think your strength is?
What do you think my strength is?
Yeah, in terms of PoE community.
I think just trying things out and seeing if I can find out interesting things to do with build making.
What if this reignites an arms race? You are Soviet Russia, and Rutu is John F. Kennedy. Okay, and there are missiles in Cuba right now. Right? There's gonna be an explosion of what are the best builds? Who has the best builds? Do you think are you ready to pop off?
Am I ready to pop off? Sure. I think it's gonna be about who does like the harder content first. Is probably like the first build to do like the pinnacle boss or whatever. Whoever does that's gonna get a lot of publicity. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. I think
like
I think defense, dude. I always say I don't care about defense if I'm a softcore Andy, but then the moment you play a build that you like that has defense, you're like, damn.
It's a good feeling.
It feels really good, man. It's you don't even think about it.
I'm baffled with the people that can play a build where they do slash deaths and it says like multiple thousand. Yeah. I'm like, how did you not?
Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ. That is a bit much.
There's people that have that many slash deaths. It's wild to me. I was like, that I would be tilted. I'd rage quit if I was dying that much. You know, just every other map to random garbage.
We don't really know like too much about defenses in PoE2, man. Like there's like we know there's like the basic three things, right? The same as PoE1, but we don't really know about scaling or affixes.
I think
it's gonna be more scuffed.
The player versus monster power. I don't know. I have a feeling like they're gonna start off a little bit in no mercy mode in terms of like difficulty, just so that way like they could always make it easier.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard for them to do patches where they make it harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like most of the stuff I'm seeing is like for when I play Infernalist, I'm gonna be taking like 20% less because of the minion transfer. But like things like the Witch Hunter, for example, they gave the prismatic thing to Witch Hunter, you know, where it's like
the sorcery ward.
Where it's like, is it 30% of armor and evasion, right? Which is it's like 50% less armor evasion, right, overall. But then you get 30% of your armor evasion as just an elemental shield, which seems kind of crazy because like. Let's say you just walk around, you pick up some like random astral plate, and then like it just has like I don't know, like one armor roll out. That's like 1,200 armor, and then like that's like an instant like few hundred HP right there, right? It's like, and then you consider everything else that's gonna be on the tree in the other slots. I feel like this is kind of like it's kind of crazy, right? Like flat defense is just nuts.
Sorcery Ward's a weird one to me because it has like a what's the respawn time, like 10 seconds or 8 seconds or something.
I think the low level thing they showed, or because it can be scored by gems, right? But the default they showed was 9.4 seconds, I think. But like it's like you get this elemental reduction, and then you already are stacking the armor and evasion for if a physical hit comes through. So just
if there's other ways to deal with Fizz, like let's say, I don't know if you're trying to scale up a big armor number, you're not going to want to wear a Cloak of Defiance. But if there's other good sources of Fizz taken as, that could be a real like. Big source of being able to have a good max hit if you can get ways to deal with Fizz because you're killing your armor to some extent, right?
Oh shit, this one they actually have a 50% increased effect of sorcery ward, so it'd be 45% of your armor and evasion. Yeah, I guess it just matters on the numbers. That just seems insane to me, right? You just stack armor evasion every slot and then you just get this free giant shield. Like what the? And then 50% recover 50% faster.
How much can you get though? You know, like we don't have grace or determination, or we don't have those
true
ourselves,
and no mage blood and no flasks.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess we'll have to see, dude. This is like, man, see, this is the good shit, right? Like I think part of the
the thing I'm
fogginess-
worried about with that is it's like you're a life-based character, and your Ellie hit will be great with that, but your life-based character that cooked your armor, and I feel like your fizz hit's gonna be a
yeah.
a little bit suspect.
This is are you excited about, like, you know, you're going through the game and then you just like start slamming stuff and you just see some affix pop up that you've never seen, and you just like see some range and you're like, whoa, you know, like I think that's gonna be insane. That's
Dude, I'm
like
so freaking stoked just to see like all the different unique items people are like posting on like, you know, Reddits and global chats, and just like see, okay, the way Jonathan's talking about the freaking boss uniques, like how he wants them to be really chase.
Yeah.
I wonder what the new level of chase items looks like.
I mean, the only thing we have to go on is that scepter, right? It's probably gonna be something way better than that scepter.
There was a unique scepter they showcased.
Sorry, it was a rare scepter that had like pretty much like what you would call like an endgame scepter, is like +5 and then like the double crit and all that stuff.
Oh, the one they showcased in like the Aura video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're not gonna show like a top tier like craft. That's probably like, you know, 80, 90th percentile.
The fact they're showing a scepter and it looks that good, I'm kind of just like wondering, like, what the hell is their roll ranges on these items?
That's what I'm thinking, dude. Like, and then you have you just have like some crazy shit where like you know, the corruption system is like different, right? It's like it can corrupt up to half the affixes. But one thing I noticed was that it said in the trailer that it could like remove a line or something. Did you hear something like that? It was like it could also like remove a line. And so I was thinking, what if that works on uniques?
It said it could remove a line.
I'm almost positive. Yo, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. They said something about how like the whale orb can remove like some affix or something. It can either do half of the affixes can change. It can add an implicit. It can add a socket, but it could also remove only on rares. If it's only on rares, that'd be whatever. But like, imagine you have you can just think of so many.
There's no way they'd
where
let
you
that happen.
like imagine you remove
like,
the downside.
Remove like the downside.
Yeah. I mean, imagine, bro.
That'd be so unbalanced.
But no, because we have, that's kind of like a scourge system, right? Like you have to get so many of the bases, because it's probably gonna be like 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 6 when you corrupt it. So to even have a chance of that, and then you got to multiply that by rolling like the taking off the affix you want, and some uniques have a lot of affix. Like, can you imagine?
Let's call some uniques downside.
It would be balanced by it would be balanced by the economy, wouldn't it? Like okay, you take an item that's worthless on its own, like a Vol's Protector, but then if it were actually chased, you know that doesn't drop that much. So then when someone buys like 5 of them, it instantly goes up to like a divine or something, right? So like then it's like, okay, I have a chance to do this for like, you know, X amount of money. It's like I think it perfectly balances out. You don't think so? If they let it in,
like, I mean, somebody just in chat said Quill Rain. That's a good example. It's an item that drops all the freaking time, has what 30-40% less damage on it.
Yeah, and
if you could just valve that off,
like yeah, you remove the less damage. It's just like a fast bow. But like think about it. Like look how many affixes there are, right? There's like 7 affixes. So
yeah, but it's like a T5.
Yeah, but still, it's like, come on. Like, remember what happened in Scourge, where they basically had a free community discovered endgame that could have been a 3+ month league for most people because of that chase. Do you remember that? The Dream Furnace, right? Where you had an opportunity.
I don't remember ever dreaming in Scourge. Scourge only made things worse.
Dude, you had this, dude, bro. Scourge had the chance to be a 3-month league for everyone because of the Dream Furnace. Like, if you take a Vol's Protector, okay? So what happened was the 50% reduced mana on Vols is like, it's just whatever. Everyone just knows it's on there. But there was a Dream Furnace, a very rare like single percentage mob that could roll if you corrupted it to, I believe, level 3. And it couldn't brick at any time before that. And it would be 50% reduced mana on an implicit, right? So then you had 100% reduced mana. And then because any percentage of 0 is 0, you had every single ore in the game for free. Okay? And it was like shit like that, where it's a 1C item, but once someone buys like 5 of them, you just can't get them anymore because like it's just like such a rare drop. So like stuff like that, if they add it to the game, it's balanced by the availability of stuff, but it's also balanced by like RNG. So they could tweak it so that removal thing isn't like as common, right? Like this kind of shit in Scourge, they completely nerfed this when they found out about it. But like that could have been a full end game, I think. That's like imagine you're a developer and your community finds out something that is like some chase endgame thing that you couldn't have imagined happening.
Dude, I don't know.
And you just remove it.
I think you're cooked on
You think I'm cooked on that? You don't think that the game would be better?
Well, I don't. Do you just not realize how common a T5 is?
No, yeah, but I'm saying they could balance around that. I'm saying that like adding something like that's a super RNG endgame that's like super chase keeps people playing and it adds like way more excitement. You know, if you don't like the league mechanic and you don't like the map league mechanic and the outside of map league mechanic, what are you gonna do? Right? It's like you should have some crazy chase thing all the time, in my opinion.
I'm definitely on board with having a chase. That's 100% something that like people that like to min max is like, you know, your pinnacle, the thing you strive for the entire league. I'm down for that.
I'm just saying that stuff like that where like you get a free end game chase thing that like was just randomly discovered, you shouldn't like take it out, right? Or if like an orb works a certain way that has unintended consequences, you know, you should probably like let that stuff you know, I mean, come on, think about how maybe they make it not apply to like low tier uniques or something, but wouldn't that be insane?
I think it's something where it just depends how balanced it is. Like the reduced reservation thing where you just made all your auras cost 0 or whatever. That's something where it's just like a bugged interaction. You know, it's just gonna be up to GGG. They're just gonna be like, is this bugged or is it too powered? Then it's very rare they do a mid league nerf, but like for stuff like that where it's either bugged or Herald Stacker type
purposeful
of thing.
Dude, that Harbinger thing, Jesus. Holy, what a time to be alive during Delirium League, man. Do any of these endgame classes to you, right, just seem like way better than the others?
Stormweaver.
Yeah, why is that? Just damage.
Because of the mana regen, and I gotta be honest, I just don't see the damage scaling for a lot of the other classes compared to the Archmage.
Did they show mana regeneration? I'm looking at the PoEDB.
It depends if the Stormweaver leak is real.
Oh, there's a leak. Oh,
shit.
shit.
I don't know if that leak's even real. Like, it seems super scuff. It was like a Word doc that some dude was like, "Oh no, I'm showing my Word doc," and he covered it back up. Like, it's like,
dude, so many people have like these little tidbits of information, bro. It's coming out of like nowhere.
But yeah, outside that, I think the mana sustain is going to be really hard to pull off for Archmage. But to me, it seems of the things we've shown the easiest damage.
Just use your mana flask, bro. Easy. Do you like the new flask system? I like it. I'm
down for it. I was never really a big fan of PoE1's flask system because for me, PoE1's flask system is basically just, I hate this. Oh, I have instilling orbs. I'm not even thinking about it. Like, it was just like a pass fail check on whether or not I got like the instilling orbs or mage blood right.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think that Headhunter being in the game and mage blood not being in the game, oof. I'm ready, dude. I'm ready.
Are you ready to just see only your feet on the screen? They're giving back the size.
I mean, they're not gonna let that happen. But like, just the fact that like you don't have to think. So right now the decision is like, Headhunter is good and it's fun, but because mage blood exists, why would I spend 80 divines or whatever it is on a Headhunter? I could just save like double that and get a mage blood, right? It's kind of like a weird. It's like I want to use Headhunter because it's like the spikes are more fun, but mage blood is so much better in like almost every way.
What if they had something that's not mage blood, but it's a comparable, like it's a belt that makes you think that, you know, we don't know what the chase items they added, right?
Yeah, true. Maybe there would be I hope they make like a shrine thing. Like a shrine thing that makes the shrines not disappear between loading screens.
Not disappear between loading screens.
I have a last Epoch unique item coming that's like that.
It's, snap! You got a last.
I got a last Epoch unique. Yeah, it's called Lily's Harness, and it makes the shrine.
Harness. Is that named after Lily?
It's named after DS Lily. Yes, you got me.
Oh snap!
It's unrequited love. You know, I don't want to talk about it. It hurts to talk about, but. So yeah, it's like a shrine buff and extension of duration, but it also makes it last like, you know, because like the shrines last in between maps, right? The loading screens don't cancel your buffs, so it's gonna be dank. Okay, hopefully I'm a shrine Andy, bro. I love like the goal and stuff like that, like ways that change your gameplay or make you feel better that aren't just tied to like some discrete number on gear. You know,
that's fair.
That's the kind of shit I like. I like the goal. I like stuff like Aberrast's
I
Hooves.
can't.
like
I click shrines on every single one of my atlases.
it's so good. It's so good, dude.
Every single atlas.
And like
just
that's an example of something where it's like if you take all the shrine nodes, you're probably losing money, right? You're probably losing money.
I do it every time, man.
But it's a good thing because like you choose it and you don't feel bad about it. There should be more stuff.
The size shrine. I get the speed shrine. I'm a happy man.
Yeah, that should say like I hope they add stuff like that where it's like you choose it because you really want to, and it's not because this FUB gun guy. It's a 72.61 divines per hour if you do this exact atlas with these things, and you gotta do you know.
I mean, they're doing the thing with the freaking separate atlas nodes for mechanics.
Yeah.
So,
hey, let me ask you something. When your kids grow up, are you gonna let them game hard? What's like your parenting style, bro?
My goal is to keep them away from like video games and screens as much as possible. For
really, is that the new meta in terms of like
I don't know if it's science. I think it comes from a place of like, okay, tell me if you've ever had this experience. You're like in some public area and you see like a kid on an iPad that's like 4 years old, and their parents trying to like get their attention, and they literally like have no idea what's going on around them. They're completely like void of being able to interact with people, type of thing.
Well, yes,
that's like seeing that, and I'm like, oh,
yes, and I do feel the same way that you do. However, I understand that that's maybe a one interaction you've had with that family in like however many years that kid's been alive, right? So like, it's like I don't know, like what you don't really know what you're seeing.
It's one of those things where I'm just gonna try to avoid as long as possible, but ultimately I'm gonna end up caving. Like I'm a freaking
like they want to see what you're doing.
Video games
right?
Most of my life, you know,
busting the office. They want to see what you're doing, and now they're down. You know, that's sick. What else should we talk about? Anything else we need to go over?
Get out of it, man.
It is what it is. Hey, you're chilling, dude. I mean, I like talking to you, dude. You're a down to earth guy. You know, you give it raw, as I would say, right? What do you think? Do you think
the word raw was that your first choice of words?
Well, I don't have a thesaurus on me, but like you kind of just like it's kind of like talking to an old buddy, right? There's no like weird pretenses. It's just like you're just talking to a buddy, and it's like the raw form, right? It's like Plato's the forms, right? Where I feel like you try to give an ideal. Right.
Fair enough.
Like you understand you're an imperfect version of what the ideal should be of playing this game. That's my take.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
What you logging in for? What's the class that you're gonna boot up on?
Oh, I'm going Infernalist. Infernalist minions. I think the 20% DR is kind of cute. It's an extra minion. I'm gonna go.
Are you a little bit concerned that people might tell you that you're copying Ventura? You a little bit worried?
No, I'm not worried because he copied. I know, like, it doesn't matter what people think. What people think about me is none of my business. I know he copied me. I know he made this video after watching my stream. Okay, and I'm making a video too. I'm like writing a script and everything about my plans for League launch. And let me tell you, that Ventura guy. All right, I mean, I hope that my build isn't a debate. That's all I can say. I hope he doesn't get debated by my build. Okay, but like, yeah, I think the minions are gonna be good. I think the little, even like the temporary minions with the permanent ones with like the Spectre, I think it's gonna be great, man. I'm worried about scaling early game because it's like, how do you play minions early game in PoE 1, right? How do you do that? It's like,
oh, that's me, man. I'm not a minion player. You ever played minions before in PoE 1?
At Endgame as like a swap for like the third or fourth build, not as a leveling. I've never played it as a league starter.
I usually try to do like one random minion build per league. I view it as like self-education. Try to see like what the hell some of the mechanics are, but like it's rough. Yeah. Minion builds are a little bit cooked. They're always dying on you. Freaking.
I'm just saying that like I want to experience everything without like sweating too hard, right? So like the minions are gonna block all the projectiles for me. They're gonna take some damage for me, right? Maybe lock up some mobs. Maybe there's some aggro mechanics. And it just seems
definitely
chill.
From the video I've seen of the various showcases of minion builds, they seem like, you know, the skill requirement is not as high because you basically just run around in circles.
True, but like, but that's not a bad thing. It's just like because you want your effectiveness to be. Yeah, I'm just a chill guy. It's exactly. You know, if I want to like talk to chat and not pay attention on the screen, my stuff is still going off, even if I don't cast my, you know, my abilities directly. The minions are just doing their thing.
You can more properly service your chat,
and you can, I mean, you don't like it's
the quality they deserve.
When you're going through every act and you're experiencing it, you want to look at the environment. You don't want to be sweating like every input, right? You want to be like, oh, look what they changed here. Oh, look at this visual. Hey, let's go explore over here. Like, you want to be able to take it all in.
Yeah, you get to admire the artwork, you know.
Yeah, I just want to service grind your games. You know, I want to. You can only experience it one time. Yep.
I'm gonna literally be just trying to go as fast as I can.
You're gonna be trying to go fast. What, dude?
I'm gonna hit the dialogue option. I'm gonna spam the key.
There's no league, dude. It's like you know.
Telling me stuff about lore. I don't care.
What do you mean, dude? You
Give
know.
me my quest point.
But you know all the league mechanics. It's not. What are you rushing for? You want to go do some
dude,
Mulecum again?
I want to level my character. I want to get my ascendancy.
You want to do Breachstone again? I mean, it's gonna be great. Like the additions and the stuff, the fluff around it, the new additions and improvements are amazing. But like you ain't got nowhere to be. Like, slow down, Speedy.
You see all those people talking about, man, guys, let's just enjoy the league and just have fun for the first time.
Yeah.
My enjoyment is going to be getting through the campaign as humanly fast as possible with ignoring everything else and just.
Nah, bro, I'm calling it right now. You know what you're gonna be doing? You're gonna hit some brick wall. You're gonna be farming some earlier areas. I mean, you're gonna be like, dude, there's this one league, man. I saw DAT mods on the Harbor Bridge for like 3 days straight during Betrayal. Okay, this guy, let me tell you, you're gonna be like that. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I hit a wall. I went too fast, and you're gonna have to go down to some previous zone, and you're gonna find. Well, meanwhile,
man,
the rest of us,
what you gotta do, man.
Full clear experience, Andes.
You gotta survive. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but if you enjoy and you take your time, you will be ready for the challenge that comes. You don't need to go back to previous zone and be like, oh shit, dude, I went too fast. And now it's like we're on the same spot anyways, right? It's like the guy that speeds past you and overtakes you, and there's like a red light in like 100 feet. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? That's kind of how it is. But no, dude, I mean, I think most people want to play like you.
Like, one of the things I look at with people driving is the overtake you on like a highway to just get off on the next exit. I'm like, you saved a total of like 1 second to like floor it and then break in front of me. Like, what the hell are you even doing?
Yep. Well, you're like that guy, and you're not wearing a seatbelt.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm getting a little bit dangerous.
You got 3 kids in the back. Okay, no child seats. Right? You're throwing caution to the wind, bro.
Don't say that, man. Oh,
you're gonna pop off. You're gonna pop off. Okay. Look, hey, what do you think about this? Let me ask you something. Do you think that people are gonna be as big of divine per hour Andes in PoE 2?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. There's a trade economy. There's freaking.
You think it's gonna be as 100%. Bad? You think it's gonna be as bad as PoE 1 though?
Yeah. I maybe not initially, but like within like less than a week, there's gonna be divine hour Andes. There's gonna be people coming in your chat being like, "Lol, ZDPS. I saw who so and so do this boss, and they had 5." You know, like it's gonna be everywhere. The non PoE brain rot is gonna last for maybe a day or two, and it's gonna catch right back up.
I'm gonna try to be a fun per hour Andy as much as I can. I think I'm really gonna just try to take it slow and steady.
You're gonna be a fun per hour Andy until chat breaks you down.
Well, there's gonna
get inside your head, man.
Listen, there's a chance that I end up as a hardcore soul self.
You're only gonna be able to read ZDPS so many times before you're like, off stream, you start leveling a little bit up, you start, getting a little bit of extra gear, and you log back in. No longer can they say those things about you.
Listen. There's like a 50% chance that I become a hardcore soul self Andy. And then at that point,
there's no shot.
You don't think so? You really don't think so?
Have you played hardcore before?
Why is that your first thing that you say when I said that? Why did your voice has been steady the whole time we've been on the call, and then like just there you like became a teenage boy. There's like
anyone in chat believe you?
What's that?
You believe what you're saying out loud?
Why did your voice change like that? Yes, I know what I said. Why did you just smile like that though? Tell me. Wait, hold on.
I smile. You can't.
No, I didn't say smile. I said your voice like is like you're weird, bro. Listen, you don't think that I can play hardcore soul self-hand?
It's not that
saying?
I don't believe you can. I don't I don't believe you want to.
Well, now you just lit a fire under me.
I'm in a fire under you.
Yeah. Now you
Yeah,
gotta
but-
fight. Now you gotta fight me and Rutu at ExileCon. We're
Yeah,
like
well,
two guys under the trench coat. Okay.
Dude, if I saw you guys at ExileCon, it'd just be cool. I think it'd be fun to see you.
Yeah.
I just when like I went through the June the console playtest or whatever, it was just cool to see people. Oh, you like know all these people freaking parasocially from just
Yeah.
streaming or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you're like a celebrity there. If you're if it's an all PoE event, you're kind of like if you're like a mainstream, you're kind of like a Clout Andy, right? It's Pong. It's like because you're like friends, but like at the same time, right? Everyone already knows each other, so it's kind of like a cute little, it's like meeting your heroes, right? In a way.
Oh, I don't want to think that.
That's how if I ever got invited to one of those things, that's how I would approach it. Like these guys are my peers, they're my friends, but at the same time, like for some people, like for example, I've been watching Mathel for probably like 10 years. And so there would be like that kind of like parasocial thing, like oh shit, dude, this is like yo.
Dude, I'd be nervous to say that.
Right? You think so?
He's the GOAT.
I just think it was like I'd be like in awe. I'd be like, these are people that I've been watching and hanging out with in the same space for like a decade, and it's like whoa. Hey, how tall are you? You seem like a big guy.
I'm like 5'11".
Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
I'm just right next to that 6 foot mark, but I can't say it and not.
You got dude, bro. Listen. Guys that like a lot of people, like a lot of these incels, they think you have to be like 6 foot or whatever. You don't. Like 5'7" or above. Better. I'm telling you, 5'7". Yeah, I know it does, but 5'7" or above, you have no problems whatsoever in anything, right? It's the guys that are like 5'2" that have to worry about something. Okay, like if you're 5'7" and up, that's like no problem in any way.
Are you saying 5'7" specifically because like you're 5'7" or
listen? I don't.
What's that? Why is that number?
Because like there's like these range that people think matter, right? And I'd say like 5'7" is like an average. Is that an average height? 5'7", 5'8"? I'm not gonna tell you how tall I am, but
I thought average was like 5'9", 5'10".
Really? That there's no shot. It's 5. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Average height in America. 5. Oh, it is 5'9". Oh shit. Okay, well, like there's like this thing though that like people somehow think that 5'9" is like short or something, but it's not. Like I'd say if you're like 5'7" or above, you like girls don't care at all. It's not a thing. All right, hey, short kings out there, don't worry about it, man. All right, it's really like the 5'2" guys. Okay, 5'2" to 5'4", that's the problem area.
I'm pretty sure it matters to like a lot of.
Really? You think so? No, I mean, if that, I think that's
isn't
a
that
small
like
percentage.
The common thing of being like they need to be at least 6 foot.
That you don't want to associate those ladies. Okay, dude, I think that's just an online thing.
Because I got married 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I've been out of the dating market, so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm 4'25". I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but I'm 4'25". Okay.
4'25".
Yeah.
Are you saying you're 6'1"?
I don't like to say that. I like to say I'm. I'm for an Asian guy.
6'1".
As an Asian,
really?
As an Asian guy, I'm taller than average. Okay.
Dude, you high rolled.
Yeah. My parents are like 5'4". So I had a good grandpa genes.
You did high rolled.
I did high roll.
Or it's a situation where like your dad's not really your dad. And you don't,
whoa, dude, holy, bruh,
do the math,
dude. Yeah, man. Maybe my dad's like Bill Clinton or something. I don't know. Some sheesh. I don't know. No, I know for a fact because I heard my mom talking about it one time on the phone.
You heard your mom talking about what on the phone?
I was about 10 years old, and my mom was on the phone with her Chinese. So she was speaking Chinese. So she was saying that she had only slept with one guy in her life, and it was my dad. It was because they met when they were like teenagers, right, like 18 or whatever, and they, it is what it is. That's what she said to her friend on the phone. And it was like a gossipy, like, girls call. You know what I'm saying? So I knew.
Sounds super, super legit.
Well, I mean, also the thing is, so you know about like genetics, where like if you have a certain feature, it's like I look like my dad. He's got these big ass eyebrows too. There ain't no shot. Ain't no shot, dude. I mean, like, isn't it true though that like genetics can skip a generation? Or is that not true?
Dude, I'm not. I have no freaking clue.
Yeah, like I got the grandpa genes. But hey, dude,
I'm not a genetic specialist.
Well, I mean, it's like we're on Twitch though, so it doesn't really. No one cares about that on Twitch because how can you even see with the camera?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends where you put it, right?
Yeah.
The angle it puts
It's
on you.
it's a mental thing. Dude, you've been looking good. I remember like one time I was like watching your videos and I commented. I was like, you look kind of chunky. And then like now I think you look pretty good.
I've been walking.
You've been like just taking walks?
I literally got an under the desk treadmill. I've been walking during stream, like 3, 4.
Wait, so you're doing the like the Bajira thing where like you're playing and streaming and there's a treadmill going at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, I've lost, like,
shit.
15 pounds.
That's nuts, dude. And if you stream for 8 hours, oh shit, that's crazy, dude. You lost 15 pounds from that in how long?
Well, okay, here's what happened. In the first month, I lost like 15 pounds, and then I got a little bit lazy, kind of gained a little bit back, and now I'm cutting back down again. So we're like,
you're getting there, dude.
We're back to like where we were at our lowest point so far. So now I just need to not get lazy with it.
Sheesh. Damn, dude. I might. I can't do that. I can't stand up while gaming. It's just like it just feels weird to me. I have to be sitting down. Getting a little.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for talking to me, dude.
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? You want to mention?
No, man, dude, I need to go to bed.
All right.
I'm already up too late. I was like supposed to go to bed, and I started watching your stream, and I started praying, and now I should have been in bed like an hour ago.
Damn, dude. Hey, my bad, dude. Have a good night.
Hey, you too, man.
All right. Peace.